So it looks like one of our fighters is going to be Muay Thai.
Why? What do you do? Muay Thai
Just the
shorts?
shorts, yeah.
Oh, the shorts, yeah. Oh, yeah. So one guy's wearing Muay Thai shorts, the other guy's got the...
Target underpants.
Is that what we call that?
I honestly have that pair of underpants from Target.
He's wearing underwear. You can do that. You can get away with that. As long as the cup fits in there, you're good.
The Target, those threads will get weak on you. This would be the wrong place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and his name is Zulu. He better look at the way. I don't know what his name is, but look at the way he's staring at his opponent. And his opponent's like, yeah, whatever. 30 years.
Isn't one of the big things in Muay Thai is just to be unflappable?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's like, it's kind of like, it's almost like a bravado of like,
yeah, no big deal.
I don't care.
Well, here's the thing, though. In Thailand, they fight almost every week. So at some point, you're just like, yeah, it's another fight. Who cares? Could you imagine fighting every other week or every week? At some point, you just be like, whatever, dude. All right, we got the great Rick Humphreys as the referee in there, which means that we're going to have some good refereeing, quality refereeing. And looks like we're going to need it between these two guys.
So you know who is who? I think it's Gene on the right out of the blue corner.
Good showing, man. Good showing. We got Benamar over here. Great showing.
Yeah, that was definitely the fight of the night so far. He's over here standing with us.
He's standing right behind us right here. All right, so we got the fight starting off, and it is a slug match here. Looks like a lefty versus a righty. Always fun. Not for the righty.
And he's backing him up right now. He's chasing him. He's doing hunting, like you say.
I didn't catch who's who, so there's going to be a lot.
I think it's Gene. I think Gene is in the red shorts.
Okay.
I think
you might be right. I think Anthony James is in the Muay Thai shorts. So we'll just call it that way, whatever. Hey, if we mess it up, you guys just reverse it in your brains. So, yeah, a lot of kind of long punching from Gene.
Oh!
And he got rocked.
Yeah. James timed him up and caught him.
That's what you get, Gene. You don't throw those long, kind of weird punches, man. You got to be measured.
And now he's got behind. Now he's down at the hips.
Hey, got out.
Gene was I think he's very lucky to get out of that position.
Yeah, I agree. He's either lucky or I don't know what that way. Once again, another situation where you just kind of let go of it.
Yeah, I mean, and it is difficult, right? Like that's like in wrestling, that's the position that you start up in.
Yeah.
It's a stand up and you turn and face your opponent. So
right.
if you have any wrestling background, that might be something that you're
comfortable. Yeah.
It's not a foregone conclusion that you get a guy taken down when you're behind him with your hands on his waist.
James has definitely got more, I would say, more orthodox Muay Thai style. Hands up. Looks like he might have got caught right. Yep, another shot in the jimmy. This is a reoccurring problem here today in these fights.
Yes.
A lot of jimmy shots. I mean, in a real fight, it'd be a good way to kind of win, right?
Absolutely. It depends on who you're fighting against.
Yeah. Stop the fight early. Kick to the nuts, walk away. So it looks like he's taking a good amount of time here. Breathing kind of hard. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those situations where he needs a nice breather.
Should we invite Fidel to sit down with us and talk about this fight?
Oh yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
And then we stick around for a few minutes afterward.
You want to sit? No, you're good. All right. All right. So
he's got the chair. He's sitting with us, but he's opted out. He's going to watch.
He's going to watch the fight, which I mean, he must be a true fan of the fight game. He's
that's why we're here.
I don't even want to sit here and talk to you guys. I want to watch this fight. A nice leg kick from Gene, I think. It was blocked, but it was a head kick, not leg kick. Excuse me.
Well, the other thing that you have to look at is these guys are in the same weight class. These are guys that maybe
Same body style and everything.
I don't know if Benomar's fought them before, but there's definitely potential that if they're in the Cowboy series, that they may fight again, or that they may fight at some point in
You
time.
never know. You never know.
Always good to watch and sort of see what their demeanor is.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Doing-
he might be doing his homework right
Doing a
now.
little bit of scouting.
Yeah. And I mean, right now, so Gene's got his hands really low, but it looks to be his style. Whereas James has got his hands nice and high, more orthodox, as I said, in the Muay Thai style. Gene throwing some crazy head kick there. And that's the end of the round. So it's interesting. So Gene was the one, I believe, if I got the name right, staring down James. James is kind of like, yeah, whatever. I see that in the way they fight. James is kind of like, I'm going to get what I can get. Whereas James seems to be not calculating so much as in laser focused at trying to get the knockout, maybe. You know what I mean? Like
He's looking for the good opportunities. He's looking for the windows.
Which is actually can tend to be a bad place to be, especially in the amateur ranks. You want to be more the guy who's looking for the opportunity, kind of like in jiu-jitsu. You want to be the guy who's comfortable and is looking for the mistake, as opposed to the guy, I'm going to get this. No, I'm going to get that. You don't want to be that guy so much. All right.
We're getting ready to start round 2 here.
Round 2. So far, not that exciting of a fight for me, actually. I don't know. What do you see? You excited?
Yeah. I mean, so I got distracted a little while I was inviting Benomar to have a seat with us.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I saw a couple hits, but the most exciting strike I think was James to Gene. It was the left hand.
Yeah.
And made him stumble a little bit.
These guys look
but didn't seem to affect him much.
These guys look like they just jumped in a pool and then came in the cage. They're sweating their asses off. I thought we were sweating. Holy cow!
Yeah, they're.
There's no guillotines getting caught in there. You're slipping out of everything in this with this type of sweat. I'd like to get into a little no-gi just to kind of see what it's all about, because it looks like it'd be a hell of a lot harder to get anything.
Well, so Saturdays a lot of times we're doing no-gi.
You do no-gi on Saturdays?
Yeah, we have a guy who comes and visits us. He's working on a lot of leg lock stuff, so we get to see that.
Oh, snap.
So
yeah,
just different. Yeah, you get a little bit of a different taste.
I know for a while there, Greg and Clem were doing, again, inside jiu-jitsu, but Greg and Clem were doing a lot of no-gi together, kind of figuring things out.
Yeah, some of our training partners come in and they prefer to work a little no-gi on the weekends.
That's cool. I mean, you know what? If you can get it in no-gi, you probably can get it with the gi on too, right?
Yeah, so I mean, with the rules, there's a couple things that the rules prohibit. So in the gi, you can't do heel hooks, for example, which, sort of neutralizes some of the advantageous positions of no-gi.
Yeah. I mean, we're just sitting here talking about like what happens on our Saturday mornings, but these guys are in there fighting.
And I think that so far this round, it seems like Gene's been pushing the tempo a little bit more.
Yeah.
At this point, I think I'd give him the fight, but
yeah,
it's just not. It's not as exciting as some of the fights we've seen earlier.
No, I mean it's kind of the run-of-the-mill fight where you throw yours, now I throw mine. You throw yours, and then I throw mine. Again,
it's like Dungeons and Dragons.
Right, exactly.
It's
turn-based.
a turn-based fight.
Exactly. This is very much. I mean, there's some things happening. Oh, and Gene is like, yeah, give me another one. Didn't hurt me. And he gave him another one. Nice couple.
Yeah,
of head
it seemed like both of them were like
punches,
clean contact, but not a lot of force behind them.
No. I mean, like just as a fan sitting back watching it, I'm just like, yeah. And that was interesting. So he threw a leg kick. Gene threw a leg kick and then kind of fell down.
Yeah, I didn't exactly catch why he fell down.
I don't know. Maybe it was just a little off balance.
Caught his foot.
Yeah.
But again, like, no interest in taking the fight to the mat at all.
Nope. This is a stand-up. Oh, it looked like maybe his knees were buckling a little bit on that shot, but nope. Gene is still in the game. Still hands down below his waist. And James is starting to have his hands kind of lowered as well, but I don't know. Between the two, I think I would give it to James. James is definitely more of a composed fighter who he looks like he's had. He just looks like a little bit more seasoned, in my opinion. If I had to pick between the two.
Yeah, I can see that he's more seasoned, and to be honest, like this one hasn't held my attention as closely as some of the other ones.
No.
But for me, watching it, I feel like Gene he's landed more, but not by a lot.
No, yeah.
I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to be mad when they raise somebody's hand at the end of this.
Oh, really?
What I'm saying is I don't have a dog in this fight.
In this fight, yeah, exactly. It could go either way.
It could go either way.
You really wouldn't care.
I don't really care. I don't think there's going to be a gross injustice done.
Hear me out, guys. Those of you guys fighters watching this, you don't want Cowboy to feel that way. You want him to freaking be cheering for you and showing it and putting it out on the line. Like it's one thing to get in the cage, it's a whole other thing to be in there and performing. So definitely perform, Play your game, but perform. Lackluster affairs do not get you a nod to the UFC or one of the big competitions. All right, so we're here in round 3. Hey.
And that was a really nice left hand, just straight through.
I missed it because Leah just walked by and said, "What's up?" That's what happens. People know you. They say, "What's up?" You're like, "Hey," and then you missed it.
And again, it's Gene that's on the hunt here. Though something happened, scared him off a little bit.
Yeah, it's like James wanted to grab him, kind of, but then Gene was like, "Nope." So what that tells me, Tad, is that Gene wants no part of a clinch game.
Right. And it doesn't seem like James is really pursuing one either.
No, I think they both want to try to knock each other out. Maybe, sorta.
It seems like they're both happy to just be like, you know what? Let's
exchange.
Let this one go down to a coin toss.
Yeah, good way. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, let's see what the judges think. Don't want to be decisive in this one.
Yeah, I mean, and you see this in all types of sports, right? Like there's playing not to lose, and I'm not saying that these guys are necessarily doing that. Some of them are taking their shots.
Well, here's the other thing, Tad. It could be that they're a little too evenly matched as far as their technique and style goes. That could be too.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Maybe they're both the same style, and they're both kind of like, and what you get is sort of like a canceling out in that situation. I just laugh at the hilarious Gene style, man. I mean, he hasn't stopped. It's always been sort of like throwing from way low, his punches.
Yeah,
that seems to be his style. But it's such a, I don't know. To me, being an orthodox Muay Thai guy, it's just such a bad place to be. I don't know. It just looks wrong to me in every way. There's some guys that have been able to use that to their advantage, but those guys have godlike power. You know what I mean? I don't think Gene has that power.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I don't see a lot of leg threats by Gene.
No.
I feel like.
Well, then he throws kind of like a half-hearted, just as you said that, a half-hearted leg kick, sorta.
But I feel like if you're gonna have your hands so low, there better be some element of threat to the legs. Because if a guy comes in and boxes you. That's a good point, because, and that's the end of round 3, and interesting look from James there. He kind of put his hands on his hips and was just like, "That's it, we're done." Yeah, man, we're done, and now it's all up to the judges. So let's see what they say. Yeah, this is one where, they say, don't put it in the referee's hands, right?
Never, ever, ever.
Don't put it in the referee's hands. And this one, I mean,
don't ever put it in the judges, because you don't know how they're going to.
There's sometimes it's unavoidable. And, maybe this is one of those times. I mean, these guys were bad. Credit to them. They're getting in there fighting.
They're in the cage,
and neither one of them looked like didn't know what they were doing. It just, nobody ever got to their destination. Nobody ever got to where they wanted to go.
Yeah, well, like you said before, it was turn-based. It was turn-based against two, I guess, people that their styles are so similar that they're able to cancel each other out. I got to go back to that. It's like this. It's sort of this back and forth boxing, sort of kickboxing. I didn't see a really good leg kicking. I saw a lot of punching. I mean, maybe we're just seeing two boxers basically in an MMA fight.
And the other things you might be seeing is like maybe these guys show a lot better, and we're about to get our decision now.
Oh, here we go. So James got it. Wow. He did throw more of the.
No, that's Gene, right?
Gene, yeah, Gene. Excuse me, Gene.
That's who we were calling Gene.
Yes. So we got it right.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, Gene.
We could have. That would have been a great opportunity to pay attention.
I feel like Gene did a great job.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is that like sometimes you end up with like guys that are, and they're more defensive in nature, right? And if you get two guys that are defensive, you're gonna end up with just everything gets canceled out.
A lackluster fight.
Nobody necessarily wanted to take it to the mat. Nobody was.
I don't want us to be unfair. I mean, shots were thrown, but nobody is like going in really for the kill. Because like the last fight, who was that? That was Pasco and Topaldos, right? Yeah. Going in for the kill, both of them. Like both of them were trying.
Right, and for all we know, James or Gene could be one hell of a counterpuncher to the right person.
Just waiting for that, yeah.
Waiting for a person who overcommits, but neither one of these guys ever overcommit, so they're safe.
Yep.
And, you know, there's some scouting going on behind the scenes. These guys know about each other a little bit, so, you know. But, you know, Gene won a unanimous decision, so.
There you go. There you go. The judges obviously saw and recorded probably more work. It looked like Gene was probably putting more work in to the
I
fight.
agree, and I feel like he was the one circling and putting the pressure on for most of the fight.
Yeah.